Hey there guys, welcome back to our channel. So in the previous episodes, Luna was bitten by a zombie that was created by a devil's spell. So to stop Luna from turning into zombie, Touka possess her body, but if nothing is done, then in 3 days all of the zombie will turn into mindless devils. And the one behind this were necromancers. They wanted to have revenge on humans for all of the necromancers' brethren that died by their hand. So to stop them, Touka was on his way with his friends to stop them, but on their way Touka met his master Ethel. She was working for necromancers but agreed to help Touka only one time for old time's sake. Their carriage was busted, so Ethel took them to a master engineer. But there, while Touka slipped away in a corner to feel Luna's juicy thigh, Touka was attacked by a dream demon, and in the dream world, Luna's consciousness was awakened. But as they defeated the dream demon to leave this dream world, somehow Luna also entered in the real world in her spirit form. But other than Touka, no one can see or hear her, so Anri used mana sight and saw a faint projection of Luna and understood the situation. She explained that the time Touka spent in Luna's body had made a link between them, and because of it now Touka can see her spirit. But on the other side, the kingdom made their move to attack on necromancers to test out their power. Their knight cuts out Diego's hand, and yet he had full control over it. Plus he had regeneration ability. And it's all because he had sealed away one of the 4 devil general to use his ability, and just like that, whole squad of knights were whipped out instantly. Looking at their power, King chose to make a first move before they attack the kingdom, but there comes the mayor of Moran. He's the mayor of the city that turned into zombie. He begged the king to save his townspeople, and looking at him, swhhay requests the king to send her with a criminal named Kyle. Meanwhile, Gramps was able to see Una standing naked, so he gave a mana enchanted cloths. Wearing this will cover up her spirit form as well. After that, Gramps repaired their carriage and now they were on their way. But Gramps didn't just saw Una, he could see that Shaun's soul is still protecting Touka and the others. And now it was a parting time with Ethel as she would return to Necromancer's side, but Touka heartlessly took off with a goodbye and Ethel couldn't take it and followed him. Touka knew all along that Ethel wouldn't be able to let him go, so now Ethel picked her poison to help out Touka. And on the other side, Kyle and swhhay are also on the way with an entire fleet to root out this necromancer problem. Then after some time everyone finally arrived at the necromancer's hideout. And to break into their castle, Touka extended his sword and shielded the carriage to break in, but there a skull devil was already waiting for them and as Touka was about to begin. But then Ethel put a hole in Touka's head right there and prove her loyalty. That pile of bones bought that, and Ethel heads inside to hand over Touka as a proof. But actually it was a setup. Because Touka had moved to his body in the last moment to sneak inside the castle, but then Soma drops were showing its side effect and there comes 2 watchguard. They used these 2 to make their way inside by using possession to those devils, but there they saw 3 girls were about to get eaten by devils. So Touka used a red scarf to pretend that he's a high-ranked devil, and there he got in and gave all those hungry devils a pervy idea to let those girls be naked in stocking, and seeing them naked, devils forgot about their hunger, and there he saved those 3 girls for the time beings. But then 2 low rankers were moved by Touka's show and wanted him to meet Devil Queen because their queen also have same ideals to never torture humans even though they are food. Touka followed them and now he only needs to take that lady devil out to save Una. For that, Touka showed her a unique way that humans greet each other by touching their head. And the Devil Queen found it peculiar and tried it out. But the moment he touched her head, Queen fell asleep. So then as they were leaving, Anri's long-lost brother showed up. As a brother, Friedrich tried to get Anri on their side but failed because she still holds the promise she made to Shaun to save the humans. And their Diego got in with that devil general and consumed the Devil Queen, and now if they don't destroy the General, Luna and other zombie people will turn into devils. But unfortunately Touka didn't have his sacred sword, so he tries to get away, but as Diego caught up and wanted to have a rematch, Touka once again starts running his mouth, telling Diego that he's more than happy to have a one-on-one duel, but only if he gets his sword back to make the duel fair. Diego fell for his words and in overconfidence, and he possessed the devil general's body to go all out in their duel. As the duel begins, Touka gets hit, but he had already laid a trap for Diego to fall inside and get paralyzed for the time being. Getting that chance, he took more Soma drops and attacked Diego, but it had 0 effect on him as he was just playing around with him by pretending to fall for his trap. He has regeneration ability. So none of Touka's attacks could work, but only the sacred sword could, which is also impossible now because the sacred sword is a magic sword, and Dago has magic absorption spell on him. But Hero Shun had defeated this general once before, but the method he used is unknown. Yuna tells them she had witnessed Shun fight with the general once before and knew the method. Shun defeated the general by making many tendril of sacred sword to defeat the general, so Touka tried it, and by sharing sight with Yuna he was able to attack Dago. But that didn't work and Dago sent him flying over to the end. Touka thought of using Soma drops to fill up his lost mana, but any more than that and Touka would lose his life by the side effects. But there was no other option left, so he took the Soma drops and for a moment he gained his mana level, but right after that he collapsed there. Andri sensed his heartbeat and wanted to buy some time for Touka to become conscious, but then comes Kyle. He pretends to be on their side and Andri innocently believed him. But Kyle just wants to kill Touka to get Shun's body to take his place to become hero, and also he wants revenge for what Touka did to him, but for now, even Kyle is against that devil freak. And as for Touka, he just woke up in another world and met Shun. There, he explains that this is the world within the sacred sword, and as he fell unconscious. And he was brought to this world because the sword became confused when Touka fell unconscious, but Shun even reveals that Touka was chosen as a next hero by a fluke, because in a fight, when Touka filled his mana levels from Soma drop, it confused the sacred sword into believing that Touka is the next hero, so Touka was chosen as a new hero by chance. But more importantly Touka wanted to get out of this world and Shun showed him the way, so Yuna was crying and praying for Touka, and there Touka made a wish that he wants to touch her thighs. And Yuna promised in without knowing that Touka tricked her. Then Touka used a new move and brought Shun to this world by letting him possess his body. And right as he arrived Dago didn't even got a chance to defend himself, so he made this plan while Touka was about to leave, and there he thought Touka to fully control his sacred sword. So in the last bit of struggle Dago used his blood power to repel them, but this time Touka had a weapon that he was good at, and with dagger in hands. He finished the fight and saved all of the zombies, including Yuna. She got into her real body, but then Dago escaped the devil body and came to his own body. But another necromancer came in and gave Dago off to the two devils who admired the devil queen, so for now Dago was ripped apart and a temporary peace comes in. Then at the Morin town the mayor threw a party for Touka, but seeing him getting hit by many girls, Yuna unknowingly took him away to a room. Touka got the point that she wants to see her beloved hero again, so he promised to summon him again when he gets his mana back. Yuna was happy to have that Touka saved her, not Shun. But Touka wants her to prove that she's grateful by keeping her promise, so despite being shy Yuna came out prepared in a short bikini and stoking for Touka. Touka was about to being a man. But he remembered that Shun could see everything from that sword, so he threw away the sacred sword, and hearing this Yuna runs away that Shun saw her in that bikini. And there goes Touka's final chance to be a man, but his adventure will still continue because the Hellgate is still operational, and Touka must seal it away. And that concludes our video, but don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it.